And now let's head over to Cheryl in the kitchen there.
Walking over into the kitchen with Executive Chef Chase Burton. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And let's talk about what we're making today.
We're going to do a sort of non-traditional shrimp and grits where we're going to have sort of classic shrimp and peppers and sausage, but we're going to be serving them over a grit cake, which are grits that will harden up and we'll deep fry later, and we're going to be serving that with a yellow pepper sauce.
Sounds great. Now you've got the ingredients all laid out. What kinds of things have you used for this dish?
For my sauce, I've got yellow peppers, yellow onion and garlic, a little bit of sugar, salt, cayenne, and thyme. For the grits, we're using stone ground grits because they have a much better texture than the instant grits that you'll find a lot of times. And in the shrimp and grits, we have shrimp, corn, andouille sausage, peppers, jalapeno, thyme, and celery.
Very nice. Well, let's get started. The first step we're going to do, and this is for the sauce?
We're going to get the grits going first.
Okay, the grits first. And
A
that's
little bit
what?
of vegetable stock, our stone ground grits, a little bit of salt and pepper.
Now, I don't make grits too often. I have to admit that. This is kind of a different take on it.
It is.
Right?
A lot of people will cook them to the point that we're going to cook them and then serve them, but we're going to put them in the refrigerator, let them cool down a little bit until they harden up, and then we'll pull those out later and we'll actually deep fry them or pan fry them.
Ah, okay.
And so it's a nice thing. It's nice and firm and crisp, and when you break into it, it's nice and cheesy.
It's an extra step. So what did you put in there, that last cream?
It's a little bit of heavy cream.
Heavy cream in there.
Yeah.
And now this is a dish I'm sure that's pretty popular at Burton's Grill in Virginia Beach, right?
Yeah, we've been featuring it for the past couple months, and it's gone over very well. People are really surprised by it.
I think some would say it's comfort food.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And that you've kicked it up a little bit, certainly, but comfort food nonetheless. So here, are you looking for something in particular? Are you boiling it up?
We're going to cook these until they're pretty dry. And you don't want to see any moisture in the bottom of the pan, and then we're going to be adding in our Parmesan cheese at the end to get them nice and cheesy, but we're going to take it off the heat when we do that so that the cheese doesn't break down.
So here, this process itself might take a little while?
Yeah, this will take about 20 minutes to cook, and then you're going to want to do it at least 3 hours ahead of time to give it time to cool. And then after that, you could do it the night before,
okay,
and just have it all ready to go for lunch
or
or
breakfast
brunch
or whatever. Yeah,
whatever you want to cook.
All right, so this kind of may need some planning ahead if you're going to do it. So we're going to wait on this. In the meantime, I know you've got another portion of the dish.
Yep, we're going to get our sauce going.
Okay.
Start with our onions and our garlic.
All right, what kind of oil is that?
It's just canola oil. You can use olive oil or whichever type of oil that you prefer. So we'll get those going down, and we're also going to throw in our yellow peppers.
Some great color.
Yes, this is about 3 yellow peppers. You could do this with a red pepper, but the yellow pepper is very nice, especially for the presentation and the color and everything.
Yeah, cool.
So we're just going to get those sweating down.
Now, what's going on at the restaurant these days?
You know, we're keeping busy. We got lots of people coming in.
Good.
We do a really great job. We do seafood, steaks.
Yeah.
We run the full gamut, and it's really good.
So, for folks who may not realize where you guys are located, just let folks know again where it is.
We're in Virginia Beach on the corner of Laskin and First Colonial Road.
Up in the hilltop area.
Yep, in the hilltop area.
So this is going to sweat down a little bit. What happens after?
We're going to add our veg stock and a little bit of sugar, salt, cayenne, and thyme. We're just going to let that simmer for a while, and then later on we'll blend that up and get it nice and smooth.
All right, very good. So this is started. In the next segment, I know we're going to work on the twist that you have here with the grits, right?
Yep.
Do that and kind of continue on our dish there. All right, thank you very much. Lots going on here. We appreciate it, Chase. Katie? We are back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with Burton's Grill from Virginia Beach. Here is Executive Chef Chase Burton. We've got our steps going. So we started everything in the first segment, and now we're just kind of going on through. Here are the grits, and this is what you were telling me. This is kind of the grits that you normally make, like you're in your own kitchen, and this is close to being done?
Yeah, they've probably got a couple more minutes to cook. You can see that they're still too moist.
Okay.
We want to cook out a lot of that liquid before we add in our cheese.
So you want it kind of hard to stir?
It needs to be, yeah, relatively. You should be able to scrape the bottom of the pan and see the bottom of the pan.
Oh, okay. That's a good way to do it. And so for most meals, that's it for the grits. But you do something different with your grits.
Yep. We after we do add the cheese, what we'll do is we'll pull them into a casserole dish if you're at home. We do a large batches on cheese trays at the restaurant, but then you'll just let that sit in your refrigerator at least 3 hours. It's best overnight because they get nice and firm. Ooh. And what happens after they harden them up is they'll appear like this. You'll have a
Like that?
Yeah, you'll just
Like blocks, and then you like cut them.
Yep, you can just
like
take the casserole
brownies.
dish, turn it right upside down. It'll cut out. It'll fall out, and you can just cut it into whatever shapes that you want.
Oh, very, very nice. So these are the grits, and this is that finished for us to eat?
Nope, we still have to cook these. So
Okay.
we're going to take these.
Oh, okay.
And you can see they are nice and firm. I'm just going to put a little bit of flour on the outside so that when we pan fry them, they'll have some color.
Oh, very, very nice. Okay, and that flour is just nothing in it, just regular flour?
A little bit of salt and pepper in there.
Okay.
And we're just going to sit that right in there.
All right. And then you were mentioning then the cheese goes in once you're happy with the consistency of this. Is it Parmesan cheese that goes in?
Parmesan cheese, yeah. And you can use Pecorino Romano, any sort of fine
Any kind that you like? Okay.
cheese that has a little bit of nuttiness to it.
So you put this in the oil, and this is canola again, canola oil?
Correct.
Okay.
And then, so these will be frying up, and then we have our paper towel all lined up, so when they are finished cooking, we can just go ahead and let those sort of get the grease to drain off them, because you don't want to serve them nice and soggy.
Now, as far as this goes, this is our sauce.
Yes, our yellow pepper sauce, and you can see that the sauce is sort of taking on the color of the peppers.
Yeah.
And we're just going to let that simmer for a couple more minutes, and then during the break we'll puree that up, and we'll have our sauce all ready to go.
Oh, very, very good. So, but this is the consistency you're kind of waiting on, or you're wanting a little bit more?
Yeah, it's getting about there. You want it to go from watery to a little bit thicker than water.
All right, that's nice. All right, so you've got a pan heating because we're going to be cooking up the shrimp
Correct.
and the sausage and the rest of the ingredients. We'll do that coming up in the next segment.
Yes.
All right, this is good. Chase, thank you very much. We are back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with Executive Chef Chase Barton from Burtons Grill, and we've got the shrimp part cooking.
Yep, the shrimp and the andouille sausage are browning off right now. We're just going
really
to
good.
add our corn,
And that's
jalapeno,
fresh?
and red peppers. Yes, this is all fresh.
Of course, all fresh.
little
Can
bit
you
of
use
celery.
canned stuff or no?
I mean, you can if you're in a pinch, but
But try not to. Got it.
if you want the best, you got to use the best.
Now we had here, now in the last segment we showed the pot here with the yellow peppers and the sauces in here, and that has turned into that. What did you do to get from that to this?
Yeah, we just took everything that was in that pot, pureed it, and strained it, and then we came up with this really
sauce.
really nice, delicate yellow pepper sauce.
Can you go over what ingredients are in there right now?
In the sauce?
Yeah.
We had yellow peppers, yellow onions, garlic, a little bit of salt, sugar, cayenne, and thyme. And then I finished it with a little bit of cream at the end of the cooking process.
Really, really good. And I want to show folks this. This is what you were cooking up in the pot in the middle.
Yep, those are the
These
grits.
are the grits. And normally this is what people would have.
Yep, you could eat that just like that. It's actually ready to eat right now, but what we do is we just put it in there and we let it chill down and cool, and it solidifies, and then we're able to
then
pan fry it like we did before.
And this is the result here.
Yep.
So that's some stock. What kind of stock is that?
Just vegetable stock. You could use a shrimp stock if you wanted, but at the restaurant we use vegetable stock. It's pretty versatile, and you can use it in a lot of different things.
That's really good. This is a great dish because I mean you can add different things, whatever you have in your kitchen, to kind of make it your own if you wanted.
Correct. Yeah, there's lots of little twists and turns that you can put into the dish.
Yeah. The ingredients, by the way, the ingredients board and the how-to will be at thehamptonroadshow.com, so you can follow along and make this dish maybe for the weekend.
Yeah.
It's a good brunch dish, of course. And is that how you serve it?
It's on our dinner menu, but it is available at brunch, and it's pretty popular at brunch as well.
I can imagine. So what are we waiting for?
Now we're just going to plate. That's just
it's hanging
cooking
out.
down a little bit. These are the great cakes that we deep fried. I'm just going to put those right in the center of our plate.
Okay. And you obviously cooked them on both sides, but I mean, you didn't need to cook them all through. I mean, they were just to heat them up or just to give them a crisp?
Pretty much just to heat them up. You want to serve them nice and hot, but they are completely cooked already.
Yeah.
You just want to get that nice browning.
Very, very nice. So again, this is kind of a different take on shrimp and grits. I mean, people who may think of shrimp and grits, they think of it like all in a bowl, right? So
Correct.
This is kind of different.
Yeah, we wanted to do shrimp and grits at the restaurant, but we wanted to do something a little bit unique, and something you can go home and talk about.
People would be talking about this, that's for sure. So you've got the shrimp on top of your grit cake.
Right on top of the grits.
And as far as things going on at the restaurant, anything you wanted to bring up? I mean, we're heading into fall, maybe a new menu or anything like that, because you're the executive chef there.
Yes, we do have a new menu coming up in the beginning of November. We're working on that right now, but it's definitely going to be featuring some rockfish.
Very nice.
Which we're really excited to have come back into season. And we have a wine dinner in the beginning of November to sort of kick off the fall season.
Very good. Very, very good. So now that that is done, how do you plate that up? Oh, right,
I'm
the
just going
sauce.
to take
I
a little
forgot
bit of
about
this
that.
sauce.
Okay. And then will that go on top of it?
Yep, and then we'll put the rest of the sausage and the corn and everything else all around the outside.
Well, it smells delicious, Chase. Thank you very much for making this meal for us. We're definitely going to try this before the end of the show. We appreciate your time.